who's facing flack over alleged casteist remarks during a Facebook Live, has secured an interim stay on the FIR against him over alleged casteist remarks against a particular community. The actor then has gone ahead and moved the Karnataka High Court earlier today to quash the FIR. And fortunately for him, the advocate that argued did a good job. He's got an interim relief at this point in time as a stay has been granted on the FIR. The advocate, of course, went on to argue that he had just quoted an old proverb and had nothing to do with hurting the sentiments of a community or even an intention to do so. Now, reacting to the controversy at this point in time, the BJP has said that anybody in any stream should be very careful while making statements, and also added that the law will take its own course. Well, meanwhile, one of the toughest exams in the world, the National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test, or NEET as everyone calls it, is an all-India pre-medical entrance test for undergraduate students. But, well, question marks have been raised over the need of NEET since years. The catalyst to these questions is the fact that several aspirants end up taking their lives because either they fail to clear the examination or they are unable to bear the pressure. And well, unfortunately, this is exactly what's been happening in Tamil Nadu. A 19-year-old NEET aspirant took his own life over the failure to clear the exam twice. But the horror doesn't well end there. The victim's father blamed the whole system and then a day later claimed his own life. Now, while we look at all of these developments taking place, in fact, the father even reacted.
ரெண்டு வாட்டி மார்க் கம்மியாக எடுத்தான். திருப்பி நான் என்ன பண்ணேன், நீட்டு அவன் திருப்பி ரிப்பீட் கேட்டான்னு சொல்லிட்டு ரிப்பீட் போட்டேன். நான் இல்லைன்னா அப்ராட் அனுப்புகிறேன்னு. ஐயா ஸ்டாலின் ஐயா வந்த உடனே முதல் வாக்குறுதி அதான் கொடுத்தார். குழந்தையெல்லாம் காப்பாற்றுறேன், நீட்டை கேன்சல் பண்ணுறேன்னாரு. இது வரைக்கும் எதுவுமே பண்ணல. என்ன மாதிரி நிறைய சிங்கிள் பேரண்ட் எனக்கு வந்த மாதிரி எந்த அப்பாவுக்கும் எந்த குழந்தைகளுக்கும் எதுவுமே நடக்கக்கூடாது.
Well, that was in fact the father. We wanted to play out that reaction. Meanwhile, the ruling party in the state, DMK, has been against the NEET exercise since years now. And well, the latest tragedy has given them more ammunition and opportunity to further advocate against the examination. Chief Minister MK Stalin has now also written a letter to President Murmu seeking her assent to the NEET exemption bill, which the Tamil Nadu Assembly has passed now, not once but twice. Well, for the DMK, NEET is a process which kills the aspiration and the growth process of youngsters is what they maintain. The party is of the view that underprivileged kids get sidelined because they don't have the exposure to crack this tough examination.
எதிர்ப்பு தெரிவிச்சிருக்கிறாங்கன்னா இது வந்து நம்முடைய ஆளுநர் அவர்கள் புரிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டும். அவர் வேற ஒரு உலகத்தில் இருக்கிறார். அவர் தமிழ்நாட்டு மக்களுடைய மனநிலை சுத்தமாக அவர் புரிஞ்சிக்கவே இல்லை. நம்ம தொடர்ந்து கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு 20 உயிர்கள் பறி கொடுத்துருக்குறோம் 4-5 வருடங்களில். எனவே ஆளுநர் அவர்கள் தயவுசெய்து புரிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டும். ஏற்கனவே அவர் டெல்லிக்கு அனுப்பிச்சிட்டாரு. அவர் இங்கே ரொம்ப நாள் அந்த நம்முடைய மசோதா வச்சுருந்தார். முதலமைச்சருடைய அழுத்தத்தின் காரணமாக டெல்லிக்கு அனுப்பிச்சிட்டாரு கொஞ்சம்.
Meanwhile, the fresh offensive by DMK and Chief Minister Stalin comes days after Governor R.N. Ravi vowed to never clear the bill, saying that he wants to keep an environment where children compete and become the best by cracking the toughest of tests.
Yeah, the governor's speech was against all norms of the constitution. Governor is an appointed person. He has certain roles. If he feels that the bill is there are errors in the bill, he can ask the government to clarify. He cannot say that I will not sign the bill. It is an insult to the democracy itself.
A teacher has to be fair. A teacher has to be fair to the student. And I tell you one thing, whatever is there in the CBSE book, nothing beyond is needed. I have many students I have seen who have cleared NEET, cleared well, without going to a coaching institution, because their teachers in their schools have taught them. The book that they prescribed, CBSE book, that is a standard. If A standard is lower than that, don't blame the standard. You have to raise the standard. CBSE's standard is a very good book, very good syllabus, and NEET is not beyond that. So let there be no confusion. NEET is going to stay in the country. I want my children to be competitive, to be the best in the country.
Meanwhile, the opposition BJP has accepted that such deaths are unfortunate, but say that removing NEET exams is not a solution.
It is unfortunate that we lost 2 lives in the name of NEET. But who is to be blamed for this? It is the society that is responsible. It is the parents, it is the teachers who have to give counsel to them, and we should see to it that these students are confident. But the DMK, on the other hand, were giving false promises that if they come to power, they will do away with the NEET, in spite of knowing that it is a Supreme Court's order. Unfortunately, the DMK has been doing silly politics in this issue.
Let's open this up. YG Madhuvanthii, member of the Tamil Nadu BJP with us. Advocate Pulagi Gandhi P, spokesperson of the DMK as well. Kapil Gupta, co-founder and CEO of neetprep.com with us. All of them, of course, will be trying to decipher here what exactly the issue is and can there be a resolution at side. Because right now, let me in fact bring in the spokesperson from the DMK, because right now, latest development, we've just picked up a little while ago, is the letter that has been written to the president, because you've passed this resolution twice in the assembly. The governor says, well, there has to be a standard of education that should be imparted to the students. And there's nothing wrong in writing the NEET exam, because people who study the CBSE syllabus are easily able to crack it without having to go for any sort of coaching. So if you could explain to our viewers where the opposition as far as the DMK politically is coming from, and what are the students on the ground feeling about this?
See, it is none of the business of the governor to speak to the students and say that I will not sign the NEET exemption bill even I become the president of India. Because this goes against the constitutional principles and this goes against the federal principles. But ever since R.N. Ravi has taken over the governor of Tamil Nadu, he's acting against the interest of people of Tamil Nadu. This is a known fact. And he always makes it a point to have a conflict with the state government on policy matters. This is what he is doing. He's violating his powers mentioned in Article 164 of the Constitution, that the governor has to act as per the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers headed by the Chief Minister. But in the instant case, Governor R.N. Ravi is acting as an agent of BJP. Now, coming to the issue in hand, Tamil Nadu and DMK opposes NEET fundamentally for 2 reasons. Firstly, the scheme of the examination is discriminatory and directly discriminates poor, marginalized, and students from the rural background. Secondly, it goes against the fundamental principles of federalism again. See, as far as the federal structure is concerned, one have to keep in mind the constitutional structure of independent India. India is created by uniting 565 princely states and 3 British presidencies with linguistic, cultural, and even ethnic diversities. That is the reason Article 1 clearly says, India, that is Bharat, is a union of states, where the union holds the states together and administer the geographical area called India through the states. Therefore, each state
But Mr. Pugal Gandhi, what I would like to note here is this becoming more and more political rather than thinking of the students, because when you have you had opposition, of course, that we saw from other states as well, come by in the beginning. But then it has been dwindling. People are accepting NEET as one parameter for the entrance, especially to a highly competitive field like medicine. So if you're saying students from rural areas are not able to compete, do you feel that they will be up to the mark, going for, a course like MBBS or BDS?
See the situation here. The students who are committed.
Or do you feel that at the state level you need to improve your level of education?
Level of education. Tamil Nadu is top in the education. Tamil Nadu's graduate enrollment ratio is 52%, which is double the national average of 27%. It is much even higher than the US, which stands at 46%. So the standard of education is not the issue. The issue is discrimination. The discrimination between the rural and urban students, the discrimination between the poor and rich students, the discrimination between the people from the affluent class.
Explain to us, when you say discrimination, how does NEET discriminate between the rural students and the urban students? Please explain to us.
Because today, the NEET coaching centers, the business of the NEET coaching centers in the cities in Tamil Nadu is roughly equal to 5,450 crore rupees. That's a huge business. which is not accessible to the students from the rural areas. And the education system is tailor-made in such a way that everyone, irrespective of caste, irrespective of creed, irrespective of their social background, everyone will be benefited equally. Whereas, as far as NEET is concerned, NEET is like an entrance examination like IIT JEE or maybe CAT, which is the entrance examination for the IIM, where only the rich can enter. If you take the statistics with respect to the students in IITs or the students in IIMs, only the rich and affluent are there. Only 10% are the poor. This is the problem. This is the discrimination which is being done through NEET. Even in US, for example, the SAT examinations.
But Mr. Gandhi, what I'd like to ask you is, within Tamil Nadu, you have multiple syllabuses. You have the state prescribed syllabus. You do have students who are doing CBSE. You do have students, of course, who do the international syllabus, and then you have the ICSE as well. All of this, remains within Tamil Nadu, if I'm not mistaken. And now, while you're saying that probably the marks that they secure in their 12th grade should be considered for entrances, there will be disparity even among the students here, who are studying from different syllabuses. So how are you going to address that disparity?
Let us understand the whole thing. Education belonged to the state list till 1976, till the 42nd Amendment, because a state has to give education to all its citizens irrespective of any status. But in 1976, through the 42nd Amendment, the education has been moved to the concurrent list by the then Madam Indira Gandhi government. And from then onwards, the union government is encroaching upon this space. And particularly after 2014, this particular government, the BJP government, is creating entrance examinations. See the situation here. All the medical colleges in the state, Tamil Nadu is known for medical tourism, and Tamil Nadu is the top state in the country for the healthcare. We have got one doctor per 250 population, whereas even Gujarat has got only one doctor for 1,000 population.
Well, Mr. Bhagat Gandhi, I want to really stick to this topic at hand, because I asked you two questions. One, I asked you about the disparity in terms of syllabuses within the state of Tamil Nadu, from state board to the CBSE board to the ICSE board to the IGCS. How are you going to address that disparity with your logic of saying second PUC or your class 12 should be probably the benchmark for entrance examinations? You didn't answer that. Let's not go into statistics of how good the Tamil Nadu government has been doing in terms of medical infrastructure and so on.
Everyone cannot go into CBSE or everyone cannot go into ICSE syllabus, number one. Number two, a state government has a duty to impart education, and also the state government should be the author of the syllabus as far as the state is concerned. So in that ways, the people who will not be able to get access to CBSE or ICSE are the most, they are discriminated as far as the NEET is concerned. And these are the people from the rural background, and these are the people from the marginalized section. This is what the whole issue is. That is the reason why suicides are happening. And today, not even one person from the rich has committed suicide.
Okay, if I heard you right, Mr. Gandhi, you said the rural students have a problem that they cannot afford the costly coaching. And you're saying that probably everybody do not join CBSE and IGCS, and that's where, the disparity lies, and the rural students are left behind. Is that right?
Yes. That's true.
But what I'm asking you here is, you have also suggested that the class 12 examinations, or the marks that are secured by the students there, should be the benchmark to get into, medical colleges. Is that right?
Class 12 student, yes. The marks prescribed by class 12, that should be the benchmark, because that is uniform throughout the state.
Now, all that I'm asking you here, Mr. Gandhi, is when you say there is, of course, rural students who are getting educated with the state syllabus, then you are agreeing that there is CBSE students, you are agreeing there are IGCS students, ICSE students.
You're not getting
now,
the
do you
point.
feel that when you compare only the marks that are taken, won't you have disparity even at that level? Because if you have different syllabuses being taught to these students at different schools,
you cannot compare.
How can you have the class 12 marks as the benchmark for entrance to medical examinations?
The CBSE students constitute only 3% of the total student community population. Let us understand the whole thing. ICSE does not constitute even 0.5% of the total student population, because Tamil Nadu has got 60,000 schools, government schools, and 60 lakh government students are there in the state system. Whereas, as far as CBSE is concerned, it is negligible in numbers. So there cannot be a discrimination as far as the CBSE and the state board is concerned when we give emphasis to the state education. And it is the right of the state to give the education. because the medical colleges are
Okay, let's
built
bring in
and medical
the
colleges are
BJP as
created
well here. Madhuvanthii, a member of Tamil Nadu BJP with us. Madhuvanthii, what is your take? Because when we heard as far as the governor is concerned and some of the BJP leaders, they're saying that NEET brings in somewhere closes any sort of disparity, does not discriminate. It's a level of exam that anybody has to clear to get into, a course like MBBS. As far as your stand here is concerned, do you agree with the DMK saying there's going to be a lot of problems that the people or students rather in rural areas will face?
Good evening to you and to my co-panelists also. Firstly, as far as this year's NEET results are concerned, there are a lot of students from the rural background in Tamil Nadu that have actually gotten into government colleges, which means they're getting to study MBBS at a much cheaper rate than actually going into a private college, and then you know what happens. The rest is history. Okay? So I don't understand what the DMK spokesperson is talking about with regards a problem with the NEET entrance, especially when it was their party's allied party, the wife of Mr. P. Chidambaram, Mrs. Nalini Chidambaram, who argued for NEET, and it was passed by the Supreme Court. This is all known history. These are facts I'm stating. Secondly, my blood boils to know that a student has actually committed suicide because of this, which means counseling is required. Better teaching has to be brought into the picture. But then saying that we will scrap the NEET and pass an anti-NEET bill, is this going to solve the permanent problem of a student committing suicide because of pressure of any entrance exam? Is there an answer from the Tamil Nadu government for this? He's talking about Tamil Nadu government, state government schools being the number one in the country today. I have statistics to prove that there are 40,000 children this year who have failed in a subject like Tamil because there have not been enough teachers teaching them the subject. Have they done something to rectify that? And the first time, Madam Kanimuri mentioned that when her brother comes to power, the first bill he will sign is the anti-liquor bill. But I only see more TASMACs coming and more number of suicides happening because of the TASMAC and the liquor problem. Are they going to shut down TASMAC because of this? I don't think so. So I don't understand what is this political game they are trying to play.
I want to add to that. Madhuvanthii, I want to add to that because I want to read out some data my producer has put out for us. 9,905 students in 2017 have committed suicide, and in 2021 that has risen to 13,089 students. Now, can we say that can we directly attribute an examination to the student suicide, or like the BJP spokesperson was saying that counseling, focus on mental health in institutions, especially for students who are under stress, writing competitive exams? Is this something that colleges should focus on, government should focus on?
Absolutely.
I'll bring in Mr. Kapil Gupta here to answer that question. Let's have Mr. Gupta answer this because he's an educationist, seen a lot of students, seen the stress.
See, clearly there is some problem with the logic of not having NEET. First of all, 1.5 lakh students appear for NEET from Tamil Nadu, and there are around 5,500 government medical college seats. So you can't give them admission just based on your score in class 12, because you would still have to conduct an exam to decide which 5,500 students get to go in out of the 1.5 lakh people who are interested. The second thing is, aren't there underprivileged poor kids outside Tamil Nadu, and why this noise only comes out of Tamil Nadu? I personally believe that the logic might be more sound if it is said that the discrimination is based on the fact that NEET might be more NCERT focused, which is not the case with majority of the schools in Tamil Nadu, and the syllabus should be rationalized to give a fair chance to everyone within Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Kerala as well. But this whole logic of federalism and the whole logic of poor kids, both of these things are applicable to all the states. Why only Tamil Nadu? So I'm sorry, sir, DMK spokesperson, sir, this logic doesn't stand the truth of sanity. I'm sorry. 1.5 lakh people appeared for NEET this year. in Tamil Nadu, there are only 6,000.
Okay, Mr.
government
Gupta,
medical colleges.
you take coaching classes for students who want to appear for NEET. When people come from a rural background come in comparison to a student who comes in from an urban setup, what's the kind of difference that you see in terms of them grasping what you're teaching them in terms of their understanding of the subject?
There is
First,
a
he should
significant
say, first, he should say how many people, how many students from the rural background are coming for coaching. First of all, the
Sir,
coaching industry thrives because of the rich people, and even in Tamil Nadu.
Okay, but
the
if
value
there
of
is,
that coaching industry,
but Mr. Gandhi, if he's saying there is a significant difference, if he's saying that there's a significant difference, shouldn't there be an attempt at the government level to improve your quality of education in the rural sector?
It is not with respect
We
to the quality of
prepare
education. Let us understand the whole thing.
we prepare
The state
students for
the state
NEET in
syllabus is
3,000
not
rupees.
below not
We
at a
prepare
below level
students
than in
for NEET in
NCERT,
3,000
CBSE.
rupees, sir.
Those are two different things.
If the
Okay, one by one.
government
Quickly, Mr. Gupta, let Mr. Gandhi make a point there. We are running short of time. Mr. Gandhi, go ahead.
No, it is not with respect to the standard of education. It is with respect to the mode of the education and mode of the examination. That is why I draw a parallel with the IIT JEE and also the CAT. How many poor students are clearing CAT and IIT JEE? Similar with respect to NEET.
Why are you not asking to scrap JEE and CAT as well?
When it comes to coaching centers, let my learned friend very clearly
Why
say
not
how many
scrap
people, how many
JEE and
students
CAT
from the
as
rural
well?
background or marginal section are there in his coaching class? Not even
Sir,
5%.
are we going to then
Or not even
scrap
2%, in fact.
IIT?
Medical
Sir, are we
seats
going to
versus
scrap
the
IIT?
availability of medical seats. How will you
Sir, are
actually
we
go
going to
ahead with it
scrap-
without an entrance exam?
No,
Why
and
should we
so
have
are
an
we going
entrance exam? All along, there was no entrance examination. We produce doctors only on the basis of the 12th mark, and our doctors are faring well throughout the world. And if you go throughout the world, it is the Tamil doctors. Doctors from Tamil Nadu are the top doctors in the world. So
Sir,
that
are we
doesn't
going
mean
to
that
scrap JEE
only
and CAT
NEET
as
can produce
well?
good doctors. Without NEET, we are able to produce good doctors. We are able to produce.
Okay, we are running short of time. We're running short of time, Mr. Gandhi. But at this point in time, while the DMK, of course, writes letters after letters to different heads of the government at the center, be it the president, be it the governor, they've of course been urging to clear, this particular resolution that the Tamil Nadu government has passed twice now. Somewhere they failed to address these issues at hand, that whether they are concentrating on the mental health of the students, whether they're concentrating on improving the level of education, the quality that they're getting, especially in the rural areas, and enhancing overall the effectiveness of how a college or a school is functioning in these rural areas. With that, we're going to be slipping into a quick break. I thank all the panelists who are, of course, joining us. We'll find another opening to debate this issue, because it is something that's going to continue for the next few days, like the things are going at the moment. We're slipping into a quick break. Don't go anywhere.